Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Rebecca. Rebecca is a 2020 Netflix suspense drama that follows a newlywed couple as they return to his fabled estate. But once they return, it soon becomes obvious that the presence of his ex-wife Rebecca still looms large over the estate. Now, Rebecca is an adaptation of a novel which was previously adapted by Alfred Hitchcock, which is an Oscar winner from the 40s. And I'm going to be honest here, I'm completely ignorant to the story of Rebecca previous to this iteration. I have not read the novel, I have not seen the Hitchcock classic, which I know, super shameful, but it did allow me to come into this film with new, fresh eyes that didn't have a mountain to compare this film to. And ultimately, that probably served as an advantage with this specific iteration because I actually quite enjoyed Rebecca. So let's go ahead and talk about the positives first. Well, I would be remiss without giving my first positive to Ben Wheatley, who is our director here in this film, because this is a stunning film to look at in every aspect. And ultimately, I think that comes down to a strong directive eye from Wheatley here. But the production design is absolutely stunning. This house is gorgeous. Costume design is stunning as well. And the cinematography is second to none. The shots that they get in this film are beautiful. All of the location shooting is also magnificent. This film is immaculately crafted. From top to bottom, it is pitch perfect as a craft. And it's pretty well acted as well. Lily James plays our lead in this film, and maybe I'm a bit biased because I do love Lily James, but she captures the perfect type of whimsy, innocence to begin, this really eagerness, and she executes the more somber and serious notes as we see her character transform. She's fantastic. Armie Hammer is also very good in this film, and they have a nice chemistry together. Particularly in that first act, you really feel that draw between their two characters. And then we have Kristen Scott Thomas, who is amazing in this film. Honestly, she's in the running for me when it comes to best supporting actresses up until this point of the year because I really think her performance is the standout in a film that has plenty of fantastic performances. And going into this film, not knowing the story, not really knowing what it's about, I was really intrigued. Particularly the first two acts of this film are the strongest for me personally. That second act really grips you in, keeps you invested and uncomfortable. You're never able to fully ease in to this atmosphere. It has that air of suspense and mystery surrounding the circumstances that are taking place at this manor. But I think that they developed the relationship and the romance as well as these characters very well in a quick amount of time so that we could get into the meat and bones of this story. It was an interesting story that kept you guessing. I thought it was really well handled and I enjoyed watching it unfold. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to Rebecca? Well, it's based off of an old book, but there are some very strange plot lines, particularly as we start to unravel what happened to Rebecca herself. I don't know how I felt about that backstory, honestly. It was a little bit meh to me. Also, the third act is not nearly as tidy and gripping as those first two are. Once we start getting to more of a revelation and start unveiling things, and we get into a bit more of a procedural, it loses some steam and it loses its footing as it tries to land that ending. It's a little bit jumbled, it doesn't really feel as though it has a clear direction. There are also some script issues I had overall. Most of the dialogue is strong, but every now and then there's a wonky sentence thrown in, if you will. but more so, there are some logical issues that take place in the script as we're moving through this story. But overall, I was pleasantly surprised with Rebecca. I had anticipated more of a romance, and I like the twist that we've got. And honestly, this really motivates me to go back and watch that Alfred Hitchcock film because this one was so beautifully done. I need to see how a true master of cinema handled this source material. But on its own, for what it is as a Netflix original film, I definitely think Rebecca is worth a watch. It's not a complete mystery, it doesn't lay out a bunch of little clues for you to figure out, and it may feel slow to some viewers. However, it creates such atmosphere layered on top of such beautiful craftsmanship. I think that Rebecca is definitely worth checking out if you have a Netflix subscription. So, that is my review of Rebecca. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Rebecca? And have you read the book? Have you seen the original film? Let me know your thoughts on those iterations, either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!